In this video, we're going to be looking at analyzing experimental designs. So to improve the validity of an experiment, replication is required. In other words, repetition of the experiment under same or similar circumstances. So we keep repeating the experiment so we get more and more data. And so a large sample size is needed to improve validity. So sample size, that just means the number of subjects in the experiment. And so you can say if you had an experiment with 1,000 people and get results, those results of that experiment are going to be much more valid than, say, if you were to do that same experiment with 50 people. That replication improves the validity of the experiment more and more. So let's look at analyzing some experimental designs. A pharmaceutical company wants to test the effectiveness of a new chewing gum designed to help people lose weight. Identify potential problem, if any, with each experimental design. Then describe how you can improve it. So the first one says the company identifies 10 people who are overweight. 5 subjects are given the new chewing gum and the other 5 are given a placebo. After 3 months, each subject is evaluated and it's determined that the 5 subjects who have been using the new chewing gum have lost weight. So remember, with an experiment, we want to have everyone being randomly assigned to the treatment or control group. We want the same conditions, and we just learned we want a large sample size to improve the validity. So here, something that is a red flag to me is the fact that they're only testing 10 people with this weight loss drug. And so a way that they could improve it is to have the sample size be larger so the experiment can be replicated. So I'm going to say the sample size is not large enough to produce valid results. And so the way they can improve is have a larger sample size, so the experiment can be replicated, and the experiment must be replicated. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one says a company identifies 10,000 people who are overweight. The subjects are divided into groups according to gender. Females receive the new chewing gum and males receive the placebo. After 3 months, a significantly large number of females have lost weight. So here, sample size, I see that is fine. There is 10,000 people, so that is a large sample size. But I see that the subjects are divided into groups according to gender, so the groups are not similar. I'm going to say groups are not similar. Since divided into gender. Remember, we want our treatment and control group to have identical conditions except for the one variable, in this case, the chewing gum. And so we see that it might not be the chewing gum that has the effect, but it may just have more of an effect on women than on men, or more of an effect on men than on women. So it's not possible to see such an effect with the experiment the way it's designed. And so we could have the subjects can be divided into groups according to gender, but maybe within each group, they must be randomly assigned to the treatment group or control group. So I can say randomly assign men and women to the treatment and control group. Okay, let's look at one last one. So here the company identifies 10,000 people who are overweight, so sample size again is good. The subjects are divided into groups according to age. Within each group, subjects are randomly assigned to receive the new chewing gum or the placebo. After 3 months, a significantly large number of the subjects who received the new chewing gum have lost weight. So here we see the subjects are divided into groups according to similar characteristic, age. Because subjects within each group are randomly assigned to receive the new chewing gum or the placebo, replication is possible. So here we don't actually have any problems, so I'm just going to say this is a good experiment. We have the large sample size. We have the randomization of being assigned to the treatment group or the control group. And we see that both groups are going to be similar because they are divided into groups according to age. And within each age group, they're randomly assigned to receive the new chewing gum or the placebo.